Jordan, can you just talk about the team's opportunity here going to Arizona with what's possibly at stake for you guys this week?
We're not really looking at it like that. It's just another opportunity to get better. I mean, just another game that we play together, and we're looking forward to competing against the Wildcats.
Will you watch Oregon tomorrow?
Um, if I get a chance, we'll land in. I saw the itinerary. We land kind of late, so I mean, if I get a chance to watch them, I will because I like to watch all Pac-12 games. But if not, then I'll just find the score somewhere.
Is that just a way of sort of focusing your energy on what matters to you, or
Not really. I mean, I just, whenever we have a game, I like to dial in on our game. If it's a thing where we don't play until, say, we didn't play until Saturday, then maybe I'll watch a lot more games.
no?
But
I mean, just the fact that you're not worried about all the peripheral stuff, just the fact that you're trying to get better, just trying to.
well, that's always how it's been, honestly.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Arizona Utah game that was on
We
Saturday?
caught a bit of it before practice. Yeah, we watched a bit of it.
Did you learn anything from that that you think might?
I just saw two good teams going at it. Brandon Taylor made a big play at the end, and Utah came out with the win. So
Ivan, I know you're naturally kind of a selfless player, but how have you been able to walk that line with also kind of demanding your shot?
Well, I mean, this is just part of being a team. I mean, I think great teams always have selfless players, and I mean, it's just I don't know. I just want to fit in with the guys. Also stick out in certain places, but at the same time, it's all about winning. So whatever I need to do to win, that's what I'm going to do.
You're a little more aggressive, at least it seemed, particularly in the first half, last time out. Is that kind of you sensing the end of the season and ramping up kind of like you did last year with O'Down?
Honestly, it was just like I've been watching a lot of film as of recently, just seeing what I was doing in the past games, and I noticed when I face the basket, I'm a lot more effective. It prevents double teams. I mean, I'm most of the time I'm quicker than the bigs. So I just try to use that to my advantage.
Was there a time a couple weeks ago it seemed like maybe you were a little frustrated? You get in foul trouble, consistently, and you get muscled by bigger, stronger, older guys. How have you dealt with that, and how did you get through that?
I wouldn't. I mean, every once in a while, I mean, you get frustrated during the game, but I wouldn't say it was just that stuff. It was just probably stuff that was going on in that particular game. It didn't really wear on me. I mean, because guys like him, they just tell me to keep my head up, and they push me in practice and challenge me in the game. So, I mean, it's just part of it.
Big guy, how much did it help you when the outside shooting is going the way it is in terms of giving you more room to operate?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
When the outside shooting is
Oh, okay.
going the way it is?
Yeah, I mean that definitely helps a lot because it takes some of the attention away from me. I mean, when I know I can make a play and I can find a shooter, I mean it just slows the defense down, especially when they're trying to double or when the guys are trying to collapse on me. I mean it's hard to collapse when you have guys like Jordan, Jabari. I mean we have a lot of guys who can make shots on this team or make plays, so it makes it a lot more difficult for other teams.
How much has it helped you move to the floor now, and either Cam or King is usually on the floor, not always, but often?
It definitely helps. I mean, it just gives me another big body on the on the inside, so I don't always have to worry about guarding the biggest guy or yeah, stuff like that. So that definitely makes a huge difference. They take up a lot of space, and they do great things on the floor, and that makes a huge difference for this team.
How would you evaluate your freshman season so far?
So far, I think I've done pretty well. I mean, it's all about improvement, and I think that I know that I feel way more comfortable. I'm still as confident. My confidence is even growing, and I'm starting to become one of the leaders on this team, and I think that's what we're looking for. So that's what that matters.
Jordan, what have you noticed just from his development as a voice and as a leader of this team?
I've always been impressed with how composed Ivan always is on and off the court. But I mean, his growth, even in practice, has been staggering since the beginning of practice. He does a great job just motivating guys. And you don't really like my freshman year. That wasn't our role. We didn't do that. I mean, but just to have a young guy come in, someone who's a freshman, to come in and be able to be one of the other voices instead of it always being a senior or one of the junior class. To have a freshman who's willing to talk to the other guys is refreshing and something that's really helped us these past couple of weeks.
I mean, that's not necessarily natural for a lot of guys. You're good with that? You're comfortable with
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable. I'm starting to realize that guys actually listen. Like I'm comfortable talking, but like as of recently, I'm starting to like figure out that guys they're actually listening to what I'm saying. So why not
Does that
use it as my?
surprise you?
I mean, to a certain point, like I didn't really expect like if we're in a really big game and I say something like guys are gonna be like, all right, yeah, you're right. So I mean, I'm just trying to use that to my advantage.
Earlier in the year, were you kind of aware of the fact that you were the freshman and that you had a bunch of returners on the team? Did you kind of want to be sensitive to that when you first got here?
Kind of. I mean, I just didn't think it was my role. I didn't know. I mean, I just got here, so I was just trying to figure everything out.
Conte was talking about how when he was at Purdue, that Coach Katie there would have to encourage him to shoot more and to look for a shot. Has he had conversations with you like that?
Yeah, he has. But I think it's a mindset going into the game.
What does he say to you?
Exactly what you said. Just encourage me to shoot the ball more, like be more aggressive, be more assertive. Even if I'm not shooting more, just attack and find other people because I am pretty good at facilitating. So, I mean, I think when I've been more assertive, I make plays.
Jordan, what was the difference between the UCLA game and the USC game? The UCLA game, you were really having trouble with your shot, and then USC, it seemed like it was back to where you wanted to be. I mean, other than the ball going in, is there any difference?
There wasn't really a difference. It's just, we won the UCLA game by double figures, so I didn't really worry about it a lot at all because we won. But I looked at the tape and I was fading away a little bit on some of the shots. I wasn't following through like I normally did, so I just went back to the basics and got extra shots up, mid-range shots, just shot hundreds of shots over again, and it came back on Sunday.
Jordan, for a guy like you who's got such a good shooting form, can you make that little adjustment and know that it's going to make a difference?
Yeah, I think the next step is being able to identify it in a game. Because after the game, I usually get the call from family members or something like that and said you were leaning back. It doesn't really feel like it during the game, but like a couple of the misses against UCLA were like, dang, like I felt like that was going in.
So now you see it on tape, but
Yeah.
next step is to notice it.
Is the in-game adjustment. My dad told me to kind of like self-assess at halftime and see what you can do better. Get a few free throws in and just go from there.
Have any of the coaches ever, like in a game, noticed something like that at halftime or said anything?
They just stay with it.
Yeah.
Keep shooting the ball, keep trying to put the ball in the basket.
Can you tell, like, after the ball leaves your hand and you see go one way or the other, can you tell, oh man, I dropped this, or I was too forward, I was leaning forward too much, can you tell?
No, not really. It's kind of a feel. I mean, sometimes I think I'm going to miss and I make it, and sometimes I think I'm going to make it and I miss. So sometimes it's like it really just depends. Like sometimes it even surprises me, but I try to stay the basics, stay low, follow through, see the ball into the rim, and hopefully it goes down.
Does it help you that Jalen and Jabari are shooting the ball so well? It's, you have like other guys making shots. It's
Yes.
Like you're like the perimeter shooter.
Yeah, it helps a lot because, I mean, first of all, teams got to guard JB because he can drive so well. So when he's making his outside shot, then they got to close short. If they close too high, then he's driving, and he's great at finding us. And then other guys like Jabari who are making shots, when Jabari is shooting the way he is now, teams can't, do what they used to do to me where they, like, face guard me and things like that. And even so, I welcome that because we have a bunch of guys who can make plays.
Hey, Jordan, as a shooter, when you watch Stephen Curry play, what's your reaction to it?
That's not a shot, that's a laser. That's not a shot, that's a laser.
Never
Yeah.
play itself.
It never play itself. That's a laser. That's a laser. Yeah, it just.
Is it like impossible for humans to like relate to what he's doing?
I mean, some of the shots like first I used to think it was confidence. Like he's a really confident player and he works on that. But like after we watched the OKC game, when they played OKC, we watched that as a team at Ivan's house, and some of the shots he would make off the dribble were like what do you do when someone makes shots like that? I mean, you have to kind of just
say.
Coach Martin would be like, we're not enough in the ball, we're not in the ball enough. Like, no, I don't care how far you're in the ball. Like that's a laser. He
You
like
see the OKC guys on the bench.
Yeah, just like, what is he doing?
One guy just went like this, like
Yeah.
what the heck are you
In
gonna
his
do?
cancer.
yeah, it's crazy.
So as a shooter though, you really can't learn much from him because he's on a different plane. Or what?
You can learn about his quick release. I like to watch guys like Clay, JJ Redick, Wesley Mathews a lot because those guys have to do a great job. Like Clay does a great job of no matter where the ball is, he always centers it and shoots it. It's like he doesn't need to dip it. He does a great job of that. Wesley Mathews does a great job of showing his hands at all times. And Redick's conditioning is top notch. So I like to watch them. Hopefully I can be like Steph, but that's another level right now.
So do you identify more with just more catch and shoot kind of players? Is that the kind of guys you try to model yourself after? Because Clay's more of a catch and shoot guy. Reggie Miller's more of a catch and shoot guy. Guys like
Right.
that.
I mean, I identify with all guys that can put the ball in the basket. Jamal Crawford, too. I mean, anybody who can score, I like to watch.
Hate to interrupt you, we've probably got about a minute or two because these guys got to get going.
As far as you're a great catch and shoot shooter, do you feel like maybe that in addition to self-correcting during the games that maybe your shot off the dribble, is that something that you're also trying to improve on as well as an additional weapon? Or
It's an additional weapon, but, I mean, if teams give me the shot from the three, I'm going to shoot it. There's no need to put it on the ground. If they're going to crowd me, then I'll put it on the ground and make a play for someone else. But, I mean, if they give me too much space, why not shoot it?